Hi, I'm DrTonyWeston. Welcome to this series of videos about the phenomenon of bullying. The series is called Understanding and Managing Bullying, from schoolyards to social media, and there are 6 videos to the series. Video 1, that's today's video, is about why people bully, and we examine the psychological and emotional drivers. Video 2 is about why people allow themselves to be bullied, and we look at issues such as trauma, attachment and self-worth. Video 3 is about the role of onlookers and how bystanders influence bullying dynamics, and we look at how we all play a part in allowing bullying to happen in society. Video 4 is about authority figures and bullying, and we look at how leadership shapes bullying outcomes. Video 5 is about competent versus incompetent bullies, and we look at the different strategies that different types of bullies might use and conclude that whilst there may be different strategies from which we can learn, they all result in the same sort of harm to people. Finally, in video 6, we seek to pull this all together and examine managing bullying and consider strategies for the different constituents involved: victims, bystanders and authority figures. Over the years, I've been fortunate enough to work with many participants in the phenomenon of bullying: the bullied, the bullies, parents who raised bullies and weaponised their offspring against society, bystanders and the authority figures tasked with managing bullying. These include participants at the local, national and international level, bullies opposing the state and bullies operating on behalf of states and other international organisations. Join me as we look at understanding and managing bullying from schoolyards to social media. So, welcome to video 1, where we look at why people bully and their psychological and emotional drivers. So let's start by diving into the complex reasons behind why people bully. Bullying, whether in schools, workplaces or online, is not just about meanness or cruelty. It's often the result of deeper psychological and emotional factors that go unnoticed. In this video, we're going to explore these drivers from a psychological, emotional and trauma-informed perspective so we can better understand the behaviours of bullies and how to address them. So firstly, cognitive and psychological dimensions. At the core of bullying behaviour lies cognitive distortions, patterns of unhelpful or distorted thinking that shape how people perceive their environment. One common distortion is black and white thinking, where people see things as entirely good or entirely bad, with no room for complexity. For example, a bully might categorise others into weak or strong, worthy or unworthy, creating a justification for their harmful behaviour. Another factor is catastrophising, seeing minor inconveniences or slights as major threats. This fuels defensive, aggressive actions because the bully feels compelled to act out to protect their fragile self-esteem. These distorted thought patterns often arise from past emotional wounds or traumas, which we'll go into shortly. So secondly, emotional dysregulation and trauma. Emotional dysregulation plays a huge part in why people bully. Bullies often have difficulty managing their emotions, especially emotions like anger, frustration and shame. Instead of processing these feelings constructively, they externalise them through aggression. On the other hand, some bullies are experts at managing emotions and being sophisticated at how they bully. We examine the notion of competent bullying versus incompetent bullying in video 5. For example, an incompetent bully ends up in prison. A competent bully gets other people imprisoned and never falls under any suspicion. Many bullies have experienced childhood trauma, whether it's neglect, emotional abuse, or witnessing violence. These early experiences disrupt the development of healthy emotional regulation. As a result, their default response to any emotional discomfort is to lash out, dominating others as a way to cope with their unresolved pain. When these individuals encounter stress or emotional conflict, they may act aggressively in a misguided attempt to regain control. For them, bullying becomes a way to avoid feelings of helplessness, something they may have experienced growing up. Thirdly, attachment styles and trauma responses. Another significant driver of bullying behaviour can be traced to attachment styles formed in childhood. People with avoidant or disorganised attachment styles may struggle to form healthy emotional connections and instead seek control in relationships through bullying. Bullying is also tied to trauma responses, specifically the fight response, one of the 4F trauma responses: fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Fight is often activated in bullies. Their aggression is a way of defending themselves against perceived threats, even when those threats are exaggerated or imagined. The fight response is rooted in a need to protect oneself from emotional harm. The bully often feels justified in their actions because, in their mind, they're in a battle for dominance and control. This is why understanding the deeper trauma at play is crucial in addressing the root causes of bullying. Fourthly, cultural and social reinforcement. So finally, we can't ignore the role of cultural and social reinforcement in bullying behaviour. In many environments, whether schoolyards, workplaces, prisons, the armed forces, internationally or online, aggressive behaviour is normalised or even rewarded. For example, on social media, trolls can gain attention, likes or followers by engaging in harmful behaviour. In school environments, bullies may be seen as powerful or influential, perpetuating a culture where bullying is a route to social dominance. And in workplaces, poor leadership or a lack of accountability can allow bullying to thrive. Cultural norms that tolerate or encourage aggression reinforce these behaviours, making it more difficult to intervene. Let's look at recognising the root causes of bullying. By understanding the deeper psychological and emotional drivers of bullying, whether cognitive distortions, emotional dysregulation, or unresolved trauma, we can take steps to address the root of the problem. Whether you're an educator, a parent, or someone in a leadership role, recognising these factors is key to creating environments where bullying no longer has a place. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on emotional recovery and mental health. See you in the next video about bullying. Thanks for watching.